What's going on, Internet? It's Saturday, and not Friday, but it's a collective Gamescast anyway, episode 24, and today we are talking about our favorite video game characters. So, yeah, Mario. All right, we're out of here, guys.
That's all that's needed.
Yeah, right. It just begins and ends there, and then we go home.
All done.
Easiest podcast ever. Yeah. But anyway, you know us, Collective Gamescast guys. You can find us online at collectivegc.com or on the Twitters all you youngins are so fond of, at the Collective GC. And, we got our YouTube channel. Just search for the Collective Gamescast. Or search for the Malgadar, because he's a cool guy, I hear.
Well.
Yeah, okay. Well, you sound like my family now, like, I don't know about that.
He's trying.
I appreciate the attempt to lie to me, Okay. Enough with sad things. Let's talk happy things, Chris. Before we started today's show, it was a special week for us because the Flyers and the Minnesota Wild played against each other.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah.
I definitely missed this.
Minnesota won, right?
Nope.
That's two games we lost to the Flyers.
Yeah, they
God damn it.
They lost 3-2. Neuwirth made maybe the save of the year with 2.6 seconds left. He stole a wide open net goal from I forget who it was for the Wild, but yeah, he dives back across the net and snares the puck with a glove save and preserves the win. Yeah.
Damn.
So,
That's 2 games lost now. In a row.
Well, the Wild will probably make the playoffs and the Flyers won't, and then you'll get the last laugh. But
dude, I don't know about that, man.
It's getting tight, but they got a good chance still.
I mean, we went through that streak of 5 games where we're scoring 5 or more goals on people, allowing only 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, they got off to that good start with the new coach, and it's kind of come back to earth since.
Fizzling out, yep. Oh, man.
Yeah, so, I don't know. That was something I had to get in there real quick.
Happy week, my ass.
Happy for me. I always have to hear about the almighty Wild, so.
It's because we started off strong as shit, man.
Yeah, I know. They had a weird year in the NHL, too, because, the Canadians started off, 10-0, and now they're not even in the playoffs.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, now, Carey Price got hurt, and he's their best player, so, I mean, when your best player is your goalie and you don't have him, that's a recipe for bad shit in hockey. But the fact that the rest of the team has not responded in any way is somewhat concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not hitting the playoffs anytime soon. There's still a chance, but
you know what? Maybe better that you don't, because the team you can't beat has been making trades left and right to acquire players this week.
The Blackhawks?
Yeah, they just picked up 4 guys.
We just beat them last week. Oh, we can't beat them in the playoffs, though, so I guess that's a...
Yeah, beating somebody for a day is easy. Winning a series is a lot harder. Yeah, they just picked up Ladd and Fleischman and Ehrhoff. They are just loading up for another strong run, man. It's just gross.
Probably best we just stay out this year.
Just leave it to let the Kings and the Blackhawks fight it out this year, and everybody else can try again next year.
Oh, I mean, you got Dallas still. They're still doing pretty hot.
Yeah, I don't believe in them for a second, though.
You've never had faith in the Stars, man. That's the funny thing, man.
I like their top-end talent, but I just don't think they have the depth or the experience to make it happen in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. Everybody gets a chance to prove me wrong. And it happens quite often.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So let's see other things. Oh yeah, I had a pretty cool story last week, and somehow forgot to tell it. Got caught up doing this whole like hosting thing. It's like a
What's
lot
that?
more like mind draining than you would, at first believe. Think, it's easy. You just talk to a mic, simple. Like, not quite. Anyway, though, I've told you before about my brother-in-law who's had a history in the music industry,
Oh, that's
and
right.
yeah, so he's actually there's an article out there that he's going to be doing a tryout for Stone Temple Pilots to fill their vacant singer position.
Oh
That's
wow.
pretty damn amazing, man.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, but I don't know. Apparently they're doing like a giant grassroots search or something for their next singer, so they're probably going to be trying out all kinds of people and probably won't know for a while. So,
That should be cool, though.
yeah. It's kind of weird because it's like at one point he toured with Scott Weiland when he was touring with Velvet Revolver, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so like he was, you know, the support band on their tour, and then now he's looking to take his job now that he's passed away. Yeah, so. But I don't know. That's a little story I'll be keeping an eye on. I hope he gets the gig. Be pretty cool.
That
I'm
is pretty amazing.
I'm a pretty big STP fan, so like, you know, seeing them and him being up there, I could dig that.
Get some pretty cool seats right up front, I would assume.
I would hope.
VIP section.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll see what happens there. I don't know.
That should be pretty cool.
Oh, there was a third thing I wanted to bring up before we got rolling with the show. So remember how we were talking the other day? I was talking about getting a laptop.
Yes. Did you order one already?
I already have one.
What?
I move quick, man,
You
when
were
I make my mind up on
Usually
something.
people are like, I'm thinking about doing something. It usually takes them about a week or two before they actually, go for it. But you're just like, yeah, I'm thinking about it, and 5 minutes later, like, yeah, I ordered it. It's
Well, the problem is that I torture myself with research. So eventually,
ah,
it gets to the point where it's like I have to stop doing research. I'm just going to find problems with everything at this pace, and
obviously, yeah.
so then I just make a call and just settle on something like this will be good enough.
What'd you
And
settle on so I can make fun of it?
I went with that Alienware 4K
All right.
laptop.
Oh, that
so,
one. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
The 8 gigs are.
Yeah, it is only 8 gigs of memory. I may have to look to expand that at some point, but
There you go.
I don't know. 8 gigs seems to be enough at the moment, and I'm not doing any hardcore video editing right now, so
I think 8 gigs is fine for basic stuff. I mean, and even like the low end games, it's still fine. I think when you're going higher up, you're trying to do more than what you should be doing. If you're running one program, you're not ever going to have an issue. You can run a lot of shit, you're not going to have issues.
Right.
It's only you're only have issues if you're trying to run in some high end games.
yeah, which I'm
Like,
probably not going to be doing on a laptop, but it's good enough to run shit I need it to run.
Like overheating. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had my
with mine.
gaming time, man. Burning laptops, burning my thighs, and yeah, I'm good with
Yeah.
Wait,
With my new
we're
one,
talking about
I was trying
laptops, right?
that. Dude, I used to play a while on a laptop, and it was just you could feel the heat. So I'd have to put it up on pencils. I think Matt, you taught me that trick.
Yeah, the pencil trick.
Yeah, you just gotta give it some air. It still didn't work. The thing was just like, just it's like, yeah, this is not good. I need to.
Wow, what is the world coming to when WoW is pushing systems hard?
Well, you gotta think back then, like WoW was okay.
Yeah, no, I'm making jokes.
Now it's like, no, you're good.
Look, I always make jokes at the expense of MMOs and MOBAs, so like that's just kind of my like shtick. So please don't ruin it for me. It's all I got.
Get.
Well, and a laptop, so
Oh man.
yeah. You were
I
saying
like-
something about your new laptop, Matt?
Yeah, there was one night when we were playing Space Engineers, and it was the first time I loaded it on a laptop. And I was sitting there wondering, what the heck? Like, this laptop is actually pretty good. Why is it so laggy? And why is it getting so hot? And I went into the video settings, and it was rendering everything in 4K.
Oh man.
It's like, oh man, let's turn that back down, and then everything worked perfectly fine.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was a little nervous about getting the 4K one, but I don't know. I liked pretty much everything else about it, other than that possible memory that might have to upgrade. But
You know what?
the it's actually really cool when you have programs that support 4K, and are designed like, in a way that it's not a problem. When it sucks is when you get some program that's not ready to handle 4K and you get some like super tiny like command box that like pops up.
Oh, I get
And
what
it-
Yeah,
It doesn't
Yeah.
pan out. Yep.
the Blizzard launcher does that for me. It shows up as like a 1x1 square in the center of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, so that stuff's a bit annoying as we're in this, most likely transition period.
Yeah.
I don't know if 4K is going to catch on with TVs, but I think it is going to pretty much be the standard for computers and laptops and such going forward.
hmm
The smaller monitors just make it so much easier to,
Mm,
propagate.
interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, that's fun. Spent most of my day yesterday setting that up, and I still have a ton of work to do with that.
Wait, what do you have
Also,
to do?
look, you're getting all your programs installed and getting everything running, because a lot of stuff you got to like compatibility mode.
Oh, okay.
You got to go in there. A lot of stuff like you have to turn off like the DPI scaling, so
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's the thing with the 4K
that
is,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's Windows 10, so I'm getting my feet wet with that.
I like it so far.
Not so bad. It's the annoying things like and maybe there's a way to do this, but I don't know of it yet. I gotta look into it. But like I still hate that there's no whitelist. Like I hate that if you want to leave UAC on, you get those stupid messages every time you try to run a program.
Oh, it
And
should
it's
still be in user settings. At least I would hope they wouldn't change that.
Yeah, I don't know. I always left it off before, but like
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like I'd like to just leave this on and have it stop bugging me every time I try to run the same executable. Like I
Yeah.
clearly trust this program. I'm running it all the time. Like you know, I don't know. So I got to dig into that more. But other than that, it's not too bad. You know, it is weird. It's like they tried to hybridize the Windows 7 and 10 or 7 and 8.
Yep.
And the apps thing is weird because like I like the old apps thing from 7 where like you just get the straight list,
hmm
and this one it's like you got to hit the start button, then click on all apps, then you get your breakout list of all the apps, but then they're in alphabetical folders, and it's a
Oh,
yeah. If there's some ways to change that layout, that's another thing I gotta try to look into.
wait. I mean, I do that on 7.
What do you mean?
It's all alphabetical. It's all.
Yeah, but it's a list. It's not folders.
Oh, it comes up as folders.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
annoying as shit.
I was like, wait a minute. That's what I do regularly. What's the
Hmm. Yeah. So anyway, getting used to life with a new laptop, and definitely figured out that there's clearly something horribly wrong with my computer or my desktop, because as soon as I went on to do any of the things that I've been trying to do on my desktop, I was able to easily do them on the laptop. Like like setting on my streaming, boom, done, easy, not a problem.
Damn.
Yeah, on my desktop, just for some reason, camera doesn't work, streaming doesn't work. Like,
I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll do a complete fresh install of Windows 7.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna probably have to do. It's just that whole process of backing up all my data and shit I have been procrastinating on.
That's why I always save in a spare hard drive. So like the only things that I have to redo would be reinstalling Steam, reinstalling like whatever I'm using for coding, or whatever other programs back onto that hard drive. But all the files are all still there. Makes it for an easier change.
Mm.
Yeah, because trying to like reinstall all your games again, that's
Pain in the ass.
yep.
Yeah, and now that I'm like reinstalling all my programs and getting everything set up and run on the laptop, I'm like, the last thing I really want to do is redo this whole process again on the desktop. But it does look kind of unavoidable. So.
Yeah, I haven't had to do a fresh install in a long time. Usually I just run CCleaner and a bunch of other stuff to make sure there's nothing wrong with the registry or files, and if there's nothing wrong, I'm all good.
That's what I do, and it seems to keep things running pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something in the past couple of weeks is really just a bunch of shit started breaking. So.
Have you tried CCleaner?
No, you know what? Maybe I'll throw a shot at that. I was trying to go some of the other routes first and try to weed out viruses and malware and make sure it wasn't anything like that.
Because it could just be like a switch up in the registry, and if you have
yeah, you know what else too though? I mean, I'm coming up on 3 years, so I'm kind of getting to that point where Windows likes to start being a real son of a bitch. 3 years is a pretty long time to run the same install.
Could be.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, so anyway, this week, anything notable in gaming for you fellas?
World of Warcraft.
Oh, man. I swore this was going to be the week you came on and said, oh, yeah, they shut down World of Warcraft. They don't want the money anymore. The $45 million a month just isn't cutting it.
They found so many ways to get money from people and take away, like Chinese gold farms and everywhere. They found a way to get money. They know what they're doing. They don't even care about new subscriptions. They're just catering to the people that are already playing now.
Yeah.
It's like they don't care anymore, man. They just want, if we got 5 million subscribers, that's all we need, because that's bringing in the money.
Yeah. I kind of saw the same thing when I was playing SWTOR. Like, the prices for the cash shops were just, like, so exorbitant that people were like, seriously? Like, this is so pricey. And you could just see their attitude was basically like, yeah, we don't care if you buy it. We just need the whales to carry the,
Yeah,
that's sure.
all they need. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've I have to tell you about the WoW token. I don't know if I mentioned it. So they have a WoW token. It's really their way of getting rid of Chinese gold farms selling gold on their game, right?
Okay.
So $20 gets you a WoW token. And you take that WoW token, put it in the auction house, and it sells for like 30k gold. And it rises based on how many tokens are in the auction house, or if there's not enough in there, basic economy. And it just sells to whoever wants to buy it. Now, when somebody buys it for like 30k gold, then they get a free month of WoW. So it's pretty much somebody buys a token, puts it on there, you pay the 30 gold, they get the 30 gold, and now you have a free month. So it's practically continue playing the game as long as you have 30,000 gold.
Oh,
without
wow.
actually having to pay anything. Yeah. Pretty interesting. But now no one has to use a Chinese gold farm because it's all in-game. Yep. They also obviously have their vanity pets and all that where they're making money from, but they figured it out, man.
Yeah, they will.
Yep.
Squeeze every last drop of juice out of the orange, man.
Yep.
That's how you got to do it. Okay. So is that it for both of you? Just WoW?
No,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for Matt. What do you got, Chris?
No, I was just commenting on some of the things I saw. Pokemon, they had their 20th anniversary, and then they released information about their two new games, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. I think
Uh,
that's what it's called. Yeah, something weird like that. It might have been Luna instead of Moon. But the best part was that there's like a $400 Snorlax pillow.
oh, you were saying something about this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like the size of a mattress. It's huge.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I kind of want it, but I don't want to pay $400 for a mattress-sized pillow. Or it could just be your mattress, but that's I'll pass.
It sounds pretty cool, to be honest.
It is, man.
I'm more interested in the Snorlax pillow than the games.
Me
'Cause the
too,
games
man.
The games are too bland for me.
Glad they're keeping up with the old school Pokemon too, man. Instead of bringing out these new like lampshade Pokemon,
Lampshade Pokemon.
like they're just looking around in their office and they're like, "Oh, phone charger? Think we can make that into a Pokemon, guys?" Mugs can fight, right? Let's put a face on that. That's good. That's good.
Mugs.
Yeah, I kind of want that Snorlax pillow. If I had $400 to just spare.
A bit of copier would make a good Pokemon. Those things put up a fight all the time.
Oh, printers because they're assholes. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. The
I don't know. I got a brother printer. That thing's pretty wicked.
For real?
Yeah.
No,
It's toner too. I got away from that inkjet shit, so.
wasn't a fan of the brother printers. I've heard good. I just haven't had good. Epson is the shit list though.
Mm.
Epson is on my shit list for printers. It's a piece of shit.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Don't buy Epson.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've had so many goddamn things. I can't even keep track of which ones I've had and haven't, and which ones were good, but yeah.
Cause it's all. Whenever I'm about to buy a printer, like it was always when I was in high school, or when I was still living at home for 1 year after college. I'd want to buy a printer, and then somebody would just like show up with one, and it was always the shittiest printer because they went, "Let's get the cheapest one that has the most features," and you're like, "No."
Wait,
Stop
why?
it, man.
Why do I have to snap the paper into these spiked wheels?
Did you just buy a dot matrix printer? Oh my god. No, man, it was always like the worst option. I'm like, dude, did you guys even search? Or are you just like blown away by the terms? Like,
No, because here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you about this because this pisses me the fuck off, dude. This is a Malgadar's Minute style rant right now. The way everybody searches everything is goddamn Amazon, right?
Yep.
Which would be fine, except there's one just major issue here. I'm having trouble even coming up with words because I get so mad about this. Everybody wants everything dirt fucking cheap on Amazon.
Yeah.
So if you buy, I don't know, we'll say for instance a toaster, right?
Yep.
So you buy an $80 toaster and it's just amazing and it does everything and it works right and it's just perfect. People will give it bad reviews because it's not $20. Meanwhile, the cheap ass motherfuckers who buy like a $20 piece of shit toaster, right, will just load it up with tons of great reviews because all they care about is that it was $20, not the fact that it only cooks one side of the toast.
Oh, dude, Amazon reviews are full of people who will review the product based on when UPS delivers it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like,
I've seen that before.
Like, I don't go off of Amazon reviews. I look for the questions, right? Because you know how they send out.
Yeah, the questions thing is a little more useful.
But even
Generally,
that started getting dumb.
Well, what can be useful about the question, because you're right, sometimes they are dumb. Like, does this DVD player play Blu-rays? No, it's not a Blu-ray player, you fucking moron.
Oh,
like,
I'm not talking about the questions being dumb. Like, maybe this person has no idea what that technology is. I'm talking like the answers, where the person will say that same question, and I'm like, I don't know.
No, or you see the one before Amazon gets to it, and it's just like eat a dick, and it's like, whoa, like that has nothing to do with answering my question. you know. Uh, no, but what is good about answers is sometimes you can find out there's an inherent problem with the product. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you look at something and and it's like, why does my Wi-Fi keep dropping on this router? Is there really a connection issue with this router? And then you can kind of say, oh, there might be something here I need to research.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be useful for that to identify like flaws in a product.
I remember when I was looking for a wireless adapter, and the one question that popped up, I'm like, oh wow, this is brilliant. It was, does this work with Comcast's new cheap routers? And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because I have Comcast. I'm going to be using their cheap ass routers that they give you because they don't want to pay for anything more expensive. Oh, this is perfect. And the answer was no. And I was like, sweet, moving on to the next project. Don't need that one.
So much for that.
Yeah, like sometimes the answers are good. Sometimes people answer them like assholes. I don't know. But I can tell you that I got my products earlier than the time they said it was going to be there. 5 stars. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely an issue. Yeah, I don't know what the hell we were talking about that led into all this, but kind of irrelevant. We should probably get moving on with the show here.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. So today's topic is favorite video game characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any, so I'm just gonna go away now.
All right.
I hate every video game character. They all suck. Oh, it's emo
How
Malgadar.
could you say such hateful things?
I will say that.
I'm leaving and I'm going to Hot Topic now because I hate everything.
Yeah. Well, Hot Topic has changed from hate everything to love all celebrities, so you're going to the wrong place now.
Well, I hate them. I hate the celebrities too, but I can't stop being interested in them because I hate them. So,
Mm.
I have to immerse myself in them more so I can be angry all the time.
So are you 14?
You gotta find more things to hate about him, right?
Yeah,
Become 14? Like, what just happened?
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say though, I don't think I have favorite characters, but there are qualities of characters that I enjoy.
Chris likes
Because-
all the black characters.
Yes, yes,
That's it. His
That is-
whole
that-
list.
100% true.
Based
Oh,
on the
man.
racism present in video games, that means your list is about 3 deep.
It's got 3 characters.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
yeah, like it's like it's certain qualities of the character. Because a lot of times you'll play a game, and you're like, why would they do that? Oh fuck. You can't really stick with them. Like the old school games. I mean, what? Like the only reason why they're your favorite is because you like playing that game.
Not entirely true, actually, and I'll explain how that is.
All right.
With the old games, because we didn't have the voice acting and the deep narratives we have today, what you ended up doing was making your own story,
Okay, yeah, I get that.
like, and especially because you were younger at the time too, your imagination really wanders. So,
Mhm.
I remember I would make up stories about inter-party strife with my Final Fantasy 1 party, which none of them say anything in the entire game once. So
I got a question.
I would create these inter-party turmoils just I don't know, so it could be more like a soap opera, I guess.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
How many fan fiction do you have out there in the world on your live journal?
None.
But I gotta find this now.
Yeah, no. I probably should. If they had things like that when I was,
Oh, I forget, man.
Younger,
It's from
yeah.
the 90s, yeah.
yeah, man. Dude, I was on the internet before Google, so it's it was a different place.
You back when it was still Fetch Fido?
Oh, dude,
Oh,
it
God.
was what was it? Was it Hotbot and
Dogpile.
Alta
Or Dogpile,
Vista?
that's what I'm thinking of. Isn't it?
Yeah, It was dark times,
And
man.
our favorite Ask Jeeves.
And other things you might remember, like Netscape Navigator.
Oh
Oh
no,
man.
isn't that Firefox now? They just kind of like rebranded after years and years and years. 'Cause
Is it?
that's how I feel about Firefox. Like, is that what Netscape used to be like?
Wow, I loved Firefox for years when it was just like that and Internet Explorer.
Oh, I do too.
And then
I
Chrome came.
remember the
Chrome wasn't.
AOL trial discs.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
20,000 free hours. It's like, yeah, but it's only good for 30 days. There's not that many hours in a month.
But it worked, man. You get free internet. People are like, well, I did enjoy that, so and then they just buy it. Boom. And
AOL,
now the only
man.
people with AOL addresses are old people.
Oh, what was the old AOL thing too? Keywords, right?
Oh yeah, I liked keywords. It
But
worked for how small the internet worked back then.
I know, but it's just a search term. Like, that's all it is.
That's all it was, and it worked because you didn't have to search anything. You typed in like Nickelodeon, because I remember this the most because that was around the time. Like Nickelodeon, like yeah, just keyword Nick, and you type it in, and bam, fucking Nickelodeon page popped up. Or you like it'd be like.
See, I was
Faves.
more of the age of like keyword Anna Kournikova upskirt. That was the shit in the late
And then-
90s, bro.
you
Let me
turn the
tell you.
monitor off.
Everybody. No, you just turn it really far to the left so nobody in the next room can see what you're looking at.
Well, it's got to take a
And
while.
then you
to
wait
load.
20 minutes for your picture to load. Yeah.
You know,
Line by
excited for
line.
this. So you turn off the monitor, you go, make yourself a sandwich, probably eat it, and then you come back and maybe 3/4 of it is done loading. So, you got to multitask with the internet back then.
Yeah, and you put on your Malgadar is away on your AIM Instant Messenger. And, yeah.
Oh, AIM was the best, man.
Yeah, that was. You know what's funny? Like keywords and like AIM are all really just like the early evolutionary stages of like Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's just hashtags and like you can contact people any second of the day. Like
Yep. Your
your smartphone is basically giving you the same functionality.
I remember somebody was mentioning that they missed the old school like chat rooms, and everyone's like, that we have Twitter now, right? Where screw a chat room, you just hashtag what you want to talk about,
Yeah.
and it gets to everyone who is searching that hashtag. Like, we don't have that. We don't need that anymore, man. We're good. But I do miss that. It was like a sense of belonging to communities you just joined in. But I guess we have Reddit and stuff, so
Yeah, Reddit does a lot of that now too.
that's just a bunch of angry, confused individuals. Good old Reddit.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyway, we ended up down yet another side path. You know what it is, man? It's just my nature as a completionist is to do every side quest. So every episode of the show, I chase every single one, even if it's just a fetch quest.
Oh man.
Yeah. So so you got your favorite characters. We didn't really powwow over this before the show, so I don't really know what you guys have in store. So we'll see if we get any crossover or if any of you mentions a character that I don't understand how they could be your favorite.
All
Which
right.
they will. Because I'm a hater, so
I assume
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
yeah, we'll have issues.
That's your favorite character.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so Chris, why don't you start us off with something?
All right, we'll start you guys off with the black character. We'll go with CJ from Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas. I think
Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember what his
I don't
name
know
was
what his
actually.
name
It's
was,
CJ.
No, he just seemed like he had his mind, he was trying to do the right thing, and he just kept getting drawn back by the assholes around him. It's kind of more this fucking city. Just, and then Samuel Jackson had to make an appearance and really fuck his day up. But I mean, like, he was a good guy. Just wanted to do the right thing and cared about people. It was nice to have that in a game as a black character. Also, I mean, he did shoot a lot of people. and run people over and
Hmm.
blow things up and set things on fire. But he was overall, he was a good guy. You know, he was a good guy.
Yeah. But he
He was,
never had hot coffee.
what?
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
That was the deleted sex scene. Like they was tagged hot coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had one of those.
Yo, you don't
Actually, you
remember
know what?
that?
You mentioned it.
That was like a big deal, man. That was
You
a
mentioned
real big
that.
deal when that happened. Oh well, irrelevant because it was, if I remember, quite a ways after the game had been out, so it wasn't really in the mainstream anymore. Although we still didn't have Grand Theft Auto 4 at that time, so it was still the
Uh,
Grand Theft Auto game to play at the
that's
point that it
true.
happened. You remember hot coffee, Matt?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, you could probably look it up. There's probably tons of coverage.
I
Yeah.
remember nothing about that.
Yeah, you had to hack it and all to get to it, so it wasn't exactly.
That's too much work.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly accessible, and it wasn't exactly all that risque. But the media loved to jump on anything Grand Theft Auto that they could turn into a story.
Oh, of course. So they can turn the mothers against video games. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Just drag the economy down, media. Good job.
They have one agenda, man. It has nothing to do with money.
Hey, they need bad news. You
Very
know,
true.
that's their market. Anyway, so CJ, so was your CJ fat or was he ripped?
I did both. I played a little bit of both. I was
Okay.
like, you know what? I'm making this guy be lazy as shit and eat at Burger Shot the whole time. And then the
Yeah.
next one, excuse me, I got tired of playing one of them, the fat guy, so I went and made the built guy. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, here we go. This is what
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, my CJ was ripped because as soon as they added RPG style elements, I immediately just started gaming the system and was like, okay, this is what I got to do to get this result. And, that's typically how I roll. So yeah, and you know what I did like though? They had that stamina thing, so once you got your stamina built up, you could run really long.
Really long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was like, I was like, ooh, this is like super useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that
Right
was
about
pretty cool.
that.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of CJ though, as far as like Grand Theft Auto characters. You
Well,
know.
he was just like, he's not, I say he's not like your typical, like, no one's going to think of him as a role model, but you kind of see the positive qualities throughout the game. Granted, he was definitely an asshole at times. Oh, San Andreas was the one that added, like, feedback. So, like, if someone talks shit to you on the street, you can yell at them back. He said some pretty awful things. Some of the people that would start yelling at him, you're like, oh, okay. That's cool,
Mm.
CJ. Yeah. But yeah, man, like, he was in prison. He was part of gangs. He left. He came back, and he was like, I gotta change. I gotta leave. I gotta get out. And then good old Officer Tenpenny comes in and fucks his whole day up.
Yeah, he was interesting. The fact that it felt like he just could not get out of it once he got into it. Like
Yep.
he was that character who was being pulled along.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't so much this like psychotic, crazy person that the protagonist in Vice City was. I can't remember the name of.
Tommy.
Yeah. I
Tommy.
wanted to say Ray Liotta, but I know that's not his name.
Because Ray Liotta only plays psychotic people. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked CJ. I mean, I've spent more time playing San Andreas than any of the other Grand Theft Auto games by a pretty large margin. So.
Yeah. No, for real. San Andreas. I played a lot more, like even more than 5. Like I wanted more out of 5, and I'm not a big online Grand Theft Auto person. It just seems like people running each other over and shooting each other over and over again. It's like, oh, cool.
Well, the chaos is fun in Grand Theft Auto because you're the one causing it. When you go into a game and somebody else is the one causing it and they're interfering with you causing chaos, that's just annoying.
Yep.
It's like, I want to destroy stuff. Stop getting in my way.
Yep. And then the heist thing too, like, yeah, it'd be cool to do heists with friends, but if I have to pair with some random assholes, I'm good.
Uh, Matt, any thoughts on CJ?
Not particularly. I didn't get real into the story on Grand Theft Auto. I
You
usually just ran around
racist.
blowing stuff up.
So I don't need this gang banging shit. Fuck that.
Actually, you know what I always thought was the funniest thing about, San Andreas is that being an Italian, I'm all about that mobster shit. I'm like, yeah. So when they brought out San Andreas and it was like that gang stuff, I was like, Jesus, I don't want to play this. Like, give me more of the mob shit,
Yeah.
And then it comes out and it's the one I play the most of. So it's like, yeah, you don't know what you want.
That's
Like,
because they added the gang wars element, man.
oh
Start
no,
taking territories.
oh I hated
I
that.
loved it. Waves and waves of assholes, and you just take them out.
It just got so annoying though. It's like, I'm trying to do shit. Stop taking back territory. Just concede that I'm better than you and let's move on. So,
Oh, you could roll with a crew on that one too. That was
yes.
nice.
Now taking the bus and rolling with 80 of your boys into the other, gang's territory, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that the annoyance of being bothered in the middle of something to have to go back and defend territory that got on my nerves. It's like in Fallout when your settlements get attacked. It's like, really now? Like, I don't feel like dealing with this.
And then when it's multiple ones getting attacked, you're like, dude, I gave you all weapons. Like, really?
The base is surrounded by turrets. Why are you still being attacked?
Yeah, right. They spawned right in the middle. I don't know what happened. They just dropped out of the sky. Like, rad scorpions don't fly. What's going on here?
Oh, man. They do tunnels, so they could just pop right under. Pow!
Yeah.
Maybe it's secretly the Brotherhood of Steel airdropping in creatures.
Oh, man. Yes, sowing the seeds of, like, dissent and chaos so that they're more needed. I like that thought.
Okay.
That could work. You see? We're just writing Bethesda's next expansion here. Or they don't call them expansions. Now they call them DLCs, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're about 15 years out, my friend.
I know.
Well,
Hey,
I guess MMOs still call them expansions.
Yeah, why is it okay there? Somebody needs to explain to me where these rules are coming from.
That's a good point. Is it downloadable content if it's... I don't know. Because it's all expanding the game. I think expansion would still work for it.
Yeah, for me, DLC seems like something that, like, it's still in the same game, but it's something extra within, like, the world you were already given.
Oh, okay. That makes
Where,
sense.
like, an expansion is, it gives you completely new content. That's how I've always thought of it, but that seems to be changing nowadays.
Yeah, like the new Fallout 4 one is a DLC, and it gives you a whole new area.
Well, according to Matt, it's both. Because there's 2 DLC packs, and then there's 1 expansion.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, I don't know.
Interesting. Because I know in the beginning I always thought DLCs are just like, here's some new cool things. Like,
here's your horse armor pack. Yeah. Always the one I remember.
Oblivion, man.
Yeah, for that to be a lot of people's first experience with DLC, really, they've gotten better, though. They've gotten better, but that's going to live in infamy for a while.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, Matt, you got somebody you want to bring to the table?
I do. My all-time favorite character.
I'm waiting
Ready
to
for
hear
this? Drum roll.
Okay.
No drum roll? Alright. It is Archangel Tyrael from the Diablo series.
Oh,
of course.
That's a
Of
good one.
course. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tyrael. Okay, so what's the deal with him? Why is he your favorite?
Alright, so in Diablo 2, he was always just like this kind of secretive badass who just took on demons all by himself.
Hmm.
And he had that cool, shining sword and the wings, and I thought he was just the coolest character ever. Then in Diablo 3, you got the story where, he basically casts himself from heaven to give humans a chance at succeeding in defeating evil. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is awesome.
He's also black.
Yeah, when he rips his wings off is pretty epic, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Like that scene sent chills all the way up my spine. It's like, no way!
Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is? It's that like Tyrael is like the James Dean of like angels. You just like, or you know what? That's an ancient reference. I'll use one the kids will understand. He's the Steve Austin of angels, like you know, just like comes out and he's like, "Fuck you, boss! I do what I want." He's like, "Imperious, you're a dick. I don't care what you like."
So we're doing famous black characters, or what's the deal here?
Yeah, we're off to a good start if that's the list, but don't
I
worry.
suppose, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was an
man.
interesting choice because like they could have made him anything.
Yep.
Like
Hmm.
he
I'm
could have
actually
been, he
surprised
could have
that
been a
happened.
she under that hood. Like
Yep.
we didn't know.
I remember I was looking at the image when I was playing Diablo 3. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is he black or is he just like a darker white guy? Like I can't really tell what the difference is. And I saw a bigger picture. I was like, oh shit, that's really cool.
I think what's more important here is to note that he has those massive hands, because when he grabs Leah's hand, you just see that tiny little kid hand inside his massive angel-sized hand.
So what are we going with the hands? What are we going for here? What are we are we leading
This dude
somewhere?
could like do some awesome like basketball tricks, man. Like he could play for the Globetrotters. Like he could probably palm two basketballs with a hand that big.
Yeah, big hands, big gloves and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you could wear small gloves, but then you're going OJ.
Out. Oh man. I always liked Tyrael. Awesome character.
Yeah, I remember in the movies and the second one, it was just you would see him in the movies and you'd be like, "Geez, like this is so epic," and then you would go back to the game and it would be like, "This game looks like turds." Like, and you just kept thinking, when will we get to that point where the game looks as good as the movies? And it's like, oh, hey, we're there now.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Diablo doesn't really lend itself to that same aesthetic. But hopefully, when they realize World of Warcraft's run its course, they do World of Diablo, and then we can have the best of both.
How would you do that?
I don't know. Diablo's a 10 times more interesting setting than the Warcraft setting, so it would be really easy.
I would
Yes,
say Warcraft lore was always nice to me. I've always enjoyed it.
Warcraft's
Especially,
setting is pretty bland.
I think the Alliance setting was the bland setting. I was thinking about this last night. And I was only thinking about this, not just like, I wonder what the difference is. No, I was thinking about it because a friend of ours said, actually, this friend has a Tyrael tattoo on his shoulder and tried to play it off like it was just an angel. It's like, no, man.
Except for all of his friends recognized immediately.
He's like, it's just an archangel. We're like, no, that's Tyrael from Diablo, dude. Like, you're not fooling anybody. But anyways, he was like, why are you guys playing Horde? Like, Horde's the bad characters, like they're boring. I'm like, dude, Alliance has there's no story with them, man. Just human dwarves and gnomes and night elves just kind of doing their own thing, and there's no inner turmoil. You got Horde, you got like everyone's trying to kill each other off.
Well, that was the whole thing I always said in like SWOTORs. My son always got mad that I played Empire instead of Republic. I was like, yeah, but it's that the fact that they're all stabbing each other in the back and nobody trusts anybody that's interesting.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. I mean, Horde used to not be that way. It was once Thrall left, you got this asshole who's running everything. He's like completely paranoid. He was like, "Oh shit, I don't like the Undercity people because we just killed all their people in Northrend. They might try to come back at me." And then the troll is like, "Nah, man, I don't like this orc guy because he's all batshit crazy." So like, there's that turmoil going around there, and you got people dying, and it's cool. They have some cool stories in that. There's a lot of different lore that's kind of cool, but gameplay wise, no, it is kind of bland. I think Diablo could do something decent with it, but I can't picture it.
Yeah, I don't know that the angels and demons kind of thing, and you know, I think there's a lot to work with there.
This is true. This is true.
Actually, maybe the route you go is like you get to play either for the angels or the Nephilim, and either way your enemies are the demons, but you know, or at least those are like your basic, cannon fodder enemies, and then your big epic things are like the angels trying to eliminate the humans.
Yeah, therefore there's actually a faction.
Yeah, like if we get rid of the humans, the demons will go away. They'll just go back to having like giant demon orgies in hell, and we can get back to doing angel things.
Hmm.
I don't know. There's something to do there. As a thunderstorm moves through one of your houses.
What the hell was that? That was weird.
Yeah. No, I like Tyrael though. Tyrael was always a really cool like supporting character in the Diablo series. So
Better than Deckard Cain. Fuck that dude voice.
oh, I love Deckard.
Dude, man, if his voice was less annoying, like that's the only problem.
I don't know. He doesn't get to me. You get bothered by people's voices a lot, man.
I do, man, especially if it's the ones that I have to hear over and over again.
You're a fucking voicist, is what you are.
If it's not relaxing, I don't want to hear it. All right.
We do Morgan Freeman and we do Barry White, and that's it.
Oh man, I like Michael Caine's voice. We can do him too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Liam Neeson,
Liam Neeson's.
Patrick
Ooh.
Stewart. We got some good people here. But
Yeah, okay, you're right. I can get down with some Captain Picard.
yeah, see, Liam Neeson's.
Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. I love them guys.
Hilarious, man.
Okay. So, you want me to give you guys a character off the list here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's Toad, we can just end the show now.
No, trust me, it's not Toad. It's not Toad, and it never will be Toad.
I'm hearing sounds.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you had an introduction, like.
Yeah, hold on. Let me load up the character's video. We're doing it like wrestling now. They come out the intro music and everything. Now, so. Okay. No, so my first character, Chris, you would actually have a pretty good chance at guessing this, too.
Mega Man?
Hey, that's actually it. Good job. Yeah. So I wrote a couple things here about Mr. Mega Man. Okay. So I got here. Mega Man, just a boy trying to fix things beyond his control. Mega Man is supposed to be weak, but his indomitable willpower helps carry him to feats beyond his abilities. Now, I love Mega Man because he seems so innocent and unassuming, yet he oozes heroism at the same time. It's kind of an interesting dichotomy. Well, Mega Man never says anything. I was found myself feeling electric to him. I was looking out for him. Uh, One of the cool things about Mega Man is that the ability to use your enemy's weapons after defeating them was an interesting gameplay decision and made replaying the games interesting as you could test out different boss orders and weaknesses. Now, neither of you two are big Mega Man guys.
I used to watch the cartoon.
There was a cartoon?
Yeah, I'm actually scared by that because I never saw the cartoon, so I don't know.
Cartoon.
I don't know what that means.
That was my first intro to Mega Man.
I feel like that's a bad thing, probably, because it was probably as bad as some of those Sonic cartoons.
Hey, man, I like the Sonic cartoons, alright?
Yeah, the days those were canceled, oh, that was a sad day.
That was a sad day.
Yeah, I remember crying about that one. Why is it not on anymore?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I remember my son was watching that one Sonic show with the chili dogs, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, what are they doing? I was like, this is Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog, man. Like, can we take this a little more seriously?
Chili dogs give him gas, man. Think about it.
Hey, he's probably got IBS or some shit, too, you know, based on the way that thing was going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that TV show is why I like chili dogs.
You know what? I think you're right. I think you're right, man. I agree with that.
Then it worked. Little did you know the sponsor was Hatfield. It was all a scheme. Oh, man. Yeah, so I don't know. Something about Mega Man, I think it goes back to that thing I was saying about you kind of write your own narratives about the games because they didn't give you one.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to kind of envision, like, what was happening here, you know? It was just like Mega Man was just supposed to be like a little boy, and he got thrust into this shit kind of like CJ did, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His dad's friend was like an obsessive, nutty dude, and he stole a bunch of robots and made them do bad, and, you know, he was like, I guess I gotta fix this shit. I'm not a combat unit. You know, it's like if R2-D2 had to take down the whole Empire by himself, you know.
Well, he practically did.
Actually, last I checked, he did pretty much nothing. All he did was insult C-3PO the whole time and increase that bot's anxiety levels. He was a real dick.
What do you mean? Without R2, that they would have never succeeded. Everything would have failed.
Actually, I think it was R2 who screwed everything up in the first place. I think it's a cover-up. I think he's the one who let the Empire know where they were in the first place with plans.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Side plots.
yeah.
You know, I always felt Mega Man was like your average Japanese character trope.
The average Japanese character trope is a robotic worm cannon.
I'm sorry. No.
Look, like if he was a high school boy and there were murders going on in his, village, then yes, I would say that pretty much hits every trope because I'd be terrified to go to Japanese high school based on all the games they make about it.
I
the animes.
There's too much death and blood and
it sounds like motherfuckers get murdered in every prefecture.
And the crazy part is, when I was in Japan, the high schools looked the exact same as the animes. You're like, oh no, let's just get it. I don't think we need a tour around their high schools. I'm good. I have a feeling somebody's going to end up dead or headless, and I'm just not feeling it. You know, let's just go. But no, the reason why I bring up the character trope thing is because in a lot of animes, you'll always have the kid, whether he's in high school or younger. And just that sheer willpower is what takes him to that next level. And it's like, that's cool. But I do like how they did Mega Man. I've always liked Mega Man. And I think, but it does fit that trope. Which makes him not one of my favorites because I can see.
Well, it is always like the kid who overcomes things. It's like almost never the man.
It's never the man. The adults are always.
Except for when it's Mitsurugi.
I don't know who that is.
Soul Calibur.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there's no middle age group in animes. It's kids, I guess high schoolers. We'll lump them in one, and then the ancient old motherfucker who walks around with a cane and somehow is like
Master
super
Roshi.
powerful. There you go. It's there. If you're an adult, you're weak as shit and dumb as shit. All right, you don't get no time on our show.
Damn,
Mm,
that's fucked up. Because none of
animes.
us fit any of those boxes you just laid out.
Nope. We do not.
Like we could not be the stars of like Japanese themed game because we are middle aged.
One Punch Man.
Okay,
He's not a high schooler,
that's true.
and
And
he's not an old ass man.
he's pretty fucking epic.
Yeah, but he was definitely depressed as shit before he became One Punch Man. Definitely was tired of his work life. Yes.
Mm.
But yeah, back to Mega Man. I do
Yeah.
enjoy Mega Man. I do find their games very stressful, frustrating.
They
Sometimes
can
I want
definitely
to
do
burn
that.
things, you know.
That's pretty normal. This is video gaming in the 80s, though. Like, nothing you're saying's out of the ordinary from when I was growing up.
Just going with that. I do hate that there was no, hey man, do this first, and then you'll figure it out from here on out. Nah, it's just like, psh, jump into the game, bro. Oh, you did the frog
Yeah.
level? You did the water level, man? Too bad. That was the one you had to do last. It's like, God, fuck.
Okay, not entirely true, but yeah, not the way you want to start that game. No, no. If you had done some like crazy ass shit, like done like Quickman first or Heatman, yeah, you know.
But they don't even
That-
put it in order like
Nope.
that on the screen. So the first one, I think, was water. And so you're like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll just play the first one in the, in this grid
Well-
here that they have.
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is.
Dickheads, man.
It was cool though, because it was kind of like one of your early open, kind of not really open world, but like freedom of choice kind of things. You know, like
That is
which
true.
robot master do you want to fight first?
That is true.
You know, a lot of games didn't give you those options.
It also made you play the game longer too. Because once
Well,
you
yeah.
start playing each one, you start realizing which ones you have to go first. Like, all right, I get this thing, get this thing, get that, get the cat thing, get that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like that aspect.
Yeah, well, figuring out that perfect order too, like, oh, this boss is weak against this weapon, you know,
Mhm.
but that boss is a pain in the ass. I wonder if I need a different weapon when I get up to him, you know.
I like what you had to say though. It's kind of like you create the character's life when they're quiet, you know, or when they don't have any type of personality. You kind of create things that they would do. That has a lot to do with old school gaming.
It did, man. I mean,
You had to have an imagination.
pretty much. I mean, there was no, like I said, we just didn't have the elaborate stories and whatnot that we have now. You know, Legend of Zelda gives you like a one-screen scroll when you start, and that's it.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, have fun. Like, okay, all right, thanks, man. You know, I found a triangle, fucking real. Anyway, let's keep this moving along. I had my little write up for Mega Man. I wanted to give him his minute because he just, like I said, I always felt like I had to look after him, like like he was like my little brother or something. I had to take care of him, you know. But there's not a ton to delve into there.
Alright.
Yeah, the next one I'll have some more.
Alrighty. Alright,
Okay.
I guess it's my turn.
Sure, take the mic.
I've always liked Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, and not the older ones. I'm talking more of the newer ones where she actually develops a personality.
You're not talking about polygonal boobs?
No, those are nice though. Those are nice for little little 10-year-old Chris.
Dude, do you
But
remember the cheat devices that would like advertise that they had topless codes for Tomb Raider and like the old gaming magazines?
I didn't. I never knew they had those. I
Oh
never did.
man. I never bought it because I was like, if you're selling ad space here for this is bullshit. And I was like, this is the age of the internet. There's real boobs, but you know.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I've always I like the new one, the one from I guess it was just called Tomb Raider, the one that came out last year, the reboot.
Uh, you mean the one from 2 years ago or
Was it 2
3 years
years?
ago? I think it was
3 years.
3 years ago. Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
3
when they
years?
rebooted it, and then this one was Tomb Raider, some shit
Rise of
that
the Tomb
means
Raider.
that's it. Yeah, I knew it translated into exclusive for Xbox for a year, but
Yep.
yeah.
Oh man. No, I liked what they did with her. She became one of my favorite ones to play with because I've always liked the character. I've always has, but then this reboot kind of it added that personality aspect. Like she wasn't this badass female Tomb Raider. She just kind of got thrown into that shit. Like, she definitely was studying, definitely was researching and all that. Her parents were definitely I don't know what were they archaeologists? Some
I
shit.
don't know. They remind me of like Hermione's parents. Like they're just never they're mentioned and never there.
Never
You know.
there. Yeah. But that's how I felt about like she wasn't this like already a badass. She had to learn all that shit, and it kind of once they added that aspect to it, I was like, you know what? This is a cool character. You know, she's not a hard ass. She's your typical human. I mean, granted, her family has money. She didn't come
Always
from the
helps.
bottom. Yeah, she didn't come from the bottom, but she was definitely not all like just complete built badass. It was a nice little aspect to it, and I enjoyed it a lot. I still
Yeah.
haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is definitely on my list, but yeah.
Yeah, my extent with the Tomb Raider series goes 5 minutes with Tomb Raider 2 on PlayStation
Did you at
And
least?
the Tomb Raider movie. So yeah, I can't speak much about this
Oh
one.
man, I tried watching those movies more recently, and that's not a good movie.
I think somebody just had this idea, like we could do Angelina Jolie in this bungee suit thing.
Super tight clothes, the
Yeah, bouncing
whole
around the
movie.
room shooting dudes or whatever she was doing. I don't even remember.
Yep, and
I just
teenage
remember
me
that's the
loved that
only
shit.
the only things I remember from that movie are bouncing around in some bungee contraption and running up a pyramid.
Oh, was that the one she's running out of a cave, or was that the pyramid? I
That's
was
the
like,
that was like that thing at the end where her and that dude were like rushing up the pyramid to get the whatever the fuck they were chasing after.
ah, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, and I was like, what just happened? Like I didn't like drop acid before I came here, did I? Cause like, well, why are they running up a pyramid all of a sudden?
I, I've always like, I didn't like, I don't like the movies now, and I think that happens to a lot of movies I liked as a kid. But as a kid, I was like, yeah, yeah, close up on them movies. All right, let's keep going, guys. Yeah, I don't care what this movie is about. This has some shitty plot, but let's Angelina Jolie, let's do this. Oh, she's shooting two guns? Oh, this is beautiful. All right, continue this movie. Now it's like, oh god, what did they do? Why did they do this?
Somebody had a bright idea.
And it worked because they made a lot of money off of that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to make money off a bad movie than it is off a bad game, isn't it?
Very true. Well, you have to have a really bad game, like a laughably bad game, to make money off of it. That's the key.
Mm.
Can't just have a bad game. It's got to be laughably
Morbid
funny.
curiosity, yeah, I hear you. Matt, thoughts on Lara Croft?
Um, I I don't know if I've actually played any of the Tomb Raider games.
Okay, yeah.
I think I played the demo on the original PlayStation, and then I watched the movies. So that's about it.
Okay, moving on. You got somebody else, Matt? Chris said his piece, and we can't speak on it, so game over, man.
Oh man.
Nah, but I will say this though, Lara Croft definitely is important in like really being like, we talked about this in our racism and sexism episode. Like, she really is like the female face of games. I mean, you could say Princess Peach, but that twat's in collusion with Bowser. I know it.
I swear, man.
She's seeing him on the
Dude.
side, and they are just yanking Mario's chain, and
She
it's
knows
messed
that
up.
Mario would do anything for her, so he's like, collect all this shit, dog, and save me from these castles that I
Come
keep
on,
running.
she's got a kid with Bowser. I mean, Mario's got to get his act together and stop chasing this
That's a
broad.
good
Like,
point. Where the fuck did Bowser Jr. come from?
well, that was the whole thing in Mario Sunshine. Was like Bowser tells Bowser Jr. that it's his mom. Peach is his mom. And then as the game goes on, it becomes obvious that that's not the case. But I think it is the case. See, I think they're trying to throw us all off the trail. I'm not falling for it though.
Yeah, there's some shady shit on Peach's side.
Yeah, man, it's a Maury Povich episode, or Jerry Springer just waiting to happen. Like,
You are not the father.
yeah. And then you see Luigi sweating bullets in the crowd, like, oh shit, they're gonna figure it out.
First time he shows emotion. Oh man. Good old Luigi.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so moving on from Laura's Croft. What do you got, Matt?
I'm having trouble deciding because it's a number of characters from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh boy.
I could see how you'd have some trouble there. We'll take one because maybe I'll catch up with one of the other ones too.
All right, I am going to go with Tifa.
Oh wow, this is interesting. Is this another polygonal boobs thing? Because like, I just want to know up front.
It kind of.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the honesty, and at least I have an idea where we're headed here.
So really, it comes down to like this was probably the biggest video game crush I ever had.
Okay.
This happened.
For some reason, I really got sucked into her story, and I
Dude,
don't know. She was always one of my favorites from that game. And I don't really have a specific reason why.
Something just kind of clicked there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I know I always loved her limit breaks because they kept stacking on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, with the other characters, you had to leave the old limit breaks behind for the new ones. With hers, it was progressive, so they all just got added to the move chain,
Yeah.
So I always that mechanically I liked about her. I liked her at the time too because I was like, oh, she's like the hot chick who beats shit up. Cool, Now that like looking back on it with a better perspective, I'm like, there's something fucked up wrong with that bitch. Like she knows that Cloud's head is broken the whole game and that he's lying and there's all this shit wrong. And instead of being like, I think there's a problem, she just lets him like keep rolling with the lies. Every once in a while she gets, are you sure that's how it happened? And and Cloud's like, yeah, and she's like, oh, okay. And it's like, no, like there's a problem here. We could address this now on disc 1. You're all over there like frappuccino. I want a strawberry frappuccino instead of like being worried about what is going on with your supposed love interest.
She's got more things to worry about, man.
Apparently.
Fuck that dude. This is what's going on in her mind. Ooh, shit, he's crazy. He's losing it. Shit.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's trying to make an evaluation. Like, is this really the guy I want to chase? Like, maybe I should go after Barrett. I mean, he's always armed. He'll be a good protector. He curses a bit, but I can live with that. I don't know. There's just something strange about Tifa's character that I always wonder, like, why doesn't she say more? Like, obviously it doesn't serve the game well, but it feels like something's broken because she doesn't, And in the end she fixes it, so I guess that helps.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of the one who does the whole, you know, clouds of mushhead kind of scenario part with him. So
Mushhead.
yeah, you know, the whole my deal ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anything you want to say, Chris, about Tifa? Tifa.
No, not really. That was an interesting choice, though.
Yeah, that was not where I thought you were going to go when you brought up FF7 characters. I mean, I thought you were going Kate Sith, because who wouldn't?
It was a close second.
I think people would pick Chocobos over Kate Sith.
I think everyone would pick Chocobos. This is true. This is very true.
Well, there's something about that dude. Every time I see him, I want hot chocolate. So, you know. It's just a cat on a giant marshmallow. You know.
Oh man, if they had had him fall into a pool of chocolate, it would have been game over.
That would be great. I want that as DLC in the remake. Kate Sith's chocolate mishap. You know. They go to Shinra Chocolates and, you know. Yeah, I like it. Totally a place in Midgar. I just made it. It's real.
Shinra chocolates.
Hey man, Midgar needs a, you know, Godiva, so.
Yeah, it's in the back alley's back alley.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, dude, you know, you go to see Loveless, you get popcorn, and you get some Shinra chocolates. They put a little slivers of materia in there, you know, so like you can fart icicles for a little while.
I don't think I would enjoy that.
What if you like
That
crap
seems
thunder
awfully
or
painful.
something, right? Get a
That
little
seems
Rocky
painful
reference in
also.
there.
Just no.
Okay.
It's a little too painful, man.
You're missing out, man. It's cool. Harry Potter can have jelly beans that taste like anything, but you know, little materia in your Shinra chocolates and you check out.
Can't do it. You never know what you're gonna get, man. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Cookies and cream, Knights of the Round.
Oh man.
Yeah, so honey, don't come home from work right away. I was eating a chocolate, and now there's these 13 dudes wrecking our house. Give me some time to clean up, please. Ooh, I got Shiva. Let's see if we can make things hot.
Oh wow.
Oh, man. All right. So I guess I should give you another one. So let me steal the show here. And let's talk about Handsome Jack.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Sarcastic dickhead.
you don't even know him.
I've played enough.
Oh,
Alright?
Okay. Yeah.
Played
So,
a decent amount.
So Jack is a cruel, raging, destructive, murderous psychopath. And I love him. Seems strange, right? Most characters who fit into this profile are boring, one-dimensional stereotypes who just assume the bad guy role, but not Handsome Jack. Yeah. Now, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about who are some of your other just like murderous, like rage kill motherfuckers, and I thought about that boring ass Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, who adds nothing to the game. And then I thought about Handsome Jack, and I was like, wow, what a difference a personality makes, you know? So, I don't know. I love Jack's deviant sense of humor, you know? Nothing like a pony named Butt Stallion, you know? It's crazy how when Handsome Jack's in the game, I want to laugh out loud, and I want to kill him at the same time. You know, like it's not easy to hit that fine line in between the two. So, I don't know. When I think about Handsome Jack, I just think about like what Borderlands 2 is without him, and it goes from being a great game to a good game. You know, that level of character and that villain you just love to hate just changes the game so much.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'll open it up to you guys. Thoughts on Mr. Jack?
I'm kind of in the same boat you are, because like I hated him deeply, but yeah, he also made me laugh.
That was the problem, man. And he starts right off the back just pissing you off but making you laugh at the same time. Like
Yeah.
as soon as the game starts, it just goes. Just like, fuck this guy. Fucking with my mind, man.
That's what I love about the guy, man.
Psychological.
And he strikes that balance of playing both sides, you know.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Handsome Jack and Claptrap are like the polar opposites?
Yeah, because Claptrap is humor and annoyance, and Jack is dark humor.
I don't know. I feel like that whole game is dark humor in general. And Claptrap has a lot
bit.
of that. He's just annoying and really has no point besides telling you what to do.
No,
And
you gotta
Jack is like, he's got a vendetta.
you gotta play the pre-sequel and actually get to play as Claptrap.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man, he's so confusing.
Yes, he is. His character design in the pre-sequel fits him so perfectly. It's like, wait, what? No, can that skill not do that to me, please? You know, it's great. Yeah, I don't know. Borderlands would be too boring without Claptrap too, though. You know,
This is
but
true, right?
of the two, though, Claptrap's kind of a just hollow joke bot, whereas Handsome Jack is actually a really like complex and deep character. Like, and you kind of see that change if you play the pre-sequel, like what he was and how he became the monster he is, and then in Borderlands 2, you just get to enjoy the full monster. You know.
I get that.
Yeah, there's a lot to love and a lot to hate about Jack, and that's a pretty rare thing in a game character. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had thought about maybe going with another character that strikes the same chord with GLaDOS from Portal.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah, but in the end, like GLaDOS is just a robot. Like it doesn't have that same sense that a person has, you know. But the humor and like dark sarcasm is kind of like the same.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that the story of Handsome Jack as compared to just a torture robot, it's just not the same. Although GLaDOS is pretty awesome. Yeah. Any other thoughts on Mr. Jack?
Not from me here.
Okay. All right. You guys got anybody else you want to add to this list?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Matt, you got
a
anybody
few
else?
more not important ones.
I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, I got another one. So, and this one, I think, Chris, you know this one's coming. HK-47.
Ah, yep.
Now, this is a case where a murder robot is totally worth talking about. One of the things that I love about this guy, right? You think back to KOTOR. Early in the game, you get T3M4, right? Now, he is basically that game's equivalent of R2-D2. He's your utility bot, You pick up, you get to the point in the game where you encounter HK-47, And your first thought is, oh, this is going to be like my protocol droid. This is C-3PO, you know? And then you get to talking to him, and you're like, wait, what is happening? Like, what is going on with this robot? Like, I think he wants to kill everybody, you know? And it's like, this dude is nothing like C-3PO whatsoever.
No, he's an asshole.
Like, he is the polar opposite, you know? Just some of the things he talks about, you know, like, you know, killing 100+ senators in the you know, the Galactic Senate. You know, especially other things like when he makes comments like, "Oh, it wasn't my best work, but I'm still proud of myself."
Doesn't he do this thing where he tells you what the sentence is supposed to sound like before he speaks?
Yeah, he does do that sometimes, you know.
Statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't always do it though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the full aspect of that is, but he does typically lead with stuff like that.
Is he basically like the Deadpool of Star Wars?
Nah.
If I knew anything about comic books, I could answer that, but
I don't know much other than the
Yeah.
trailers I've seen.
I know Deadpool's a movie people like, but that's all I could tell you.
I'm one of those people who liked the movie, but was still kind of just like a, okay. But
Yeah,
I
well,
wouldn't
Chris
compare
took off
the
from
two.
work to go see it this week, so, I mean...
Yeah, that never happened. Would never do that for a movie. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say they're the same. Now he's
Okay.
just a wisecracking robot. Deadpool is just he never stops talking. This is why I was a little annoyed by Deadpool. He just never stops talking. Like, it's joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after joke. It's like, God damn it! Can there be quiet during the action scene? Like, can you just kill people?
Can you just kill people?
Like, damn, man.
Out of context, people. Out of context.
Like, every moment there's a joke. Like, some of the scenes were like really nice, like really they're filmed really nicely, and he just joke. Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just not used to Deadpool. I've never had a problem with Deadpool. I just felt the movie just it was the same reason I don't like Kevin Hart's movies. It's because he just never shuts up.
Okay, fair analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, Robot, Deadpool, no, different.
okay. Well, I was going to say one of the things I like the most about HK is that there's one point in the game, I forget exactly when it is, but he says something along the lines of, "God damn it, I'm an assassination droid, not a dictionary." It's just such a great line. Like, he's basically like, "Can we just kill something? Like, stop asking me all these questions."
Oh man.
And there's also one other time he says something along the lines of that they're talking about some kind of sad event, and he says, "It is rather regretful. Shall we go kill something to cheer ourselves up?" You know? It's just like, this dude's fucking insane. Like, you know. It's not his fault, though. He's just programmed that way.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I wasn't getting out of here without talking about him, that's for sure. Yeah. Honorable mentions definitely go to Nathan Drake.
Yeah, I was wondering when that one was going to come up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a dude you kind of want to hang out with, right? Like,
He seems all right.
he's going to have some good stories, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
he's
definitely...
He's
Yeah.
the guy you invite to like your Scotch club.
Well, you bring him out for guys' night. You don't bring him out if you're trying to meet a chick, because he's going to steal that girl. Yeah. Yeah, he's got way too many stories, and he's way too much of a humorist. So, yeah. Yeah, he will steal that broad from you. Yeah, so he's a wings and beer night, not a going out to the club night.
There it is.
Yep. See, I figured it out. There. Let me see. I had a few others on here worth giving a quick mention to while we're talking about it.
I got one.
Okay.
VV Final Fantasy 9.
Oh man, you want to
Ooh.
talk about a guy who you just kind of like love? Yeah,
Yep.
there you go, little brother syndrome, like Mega Man. Like you just want to take care of this dude. Like don't worry, I got you. You're good. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Vivi.
He was awesome. It's a very sad story. It's like,
Yes.
damn, man. This dude practically just learned he had cancer. Is pretty much what just happened. Yeah, you're only gonna live for a little while longer, man. Oh, fuck. Okay. But then right after that, dude becomes a lot better of a character. I want to say. I felt like he was like a stronger person to have mentally in the cutscenes and all that.
Well, once you find out you're a dead man, it's easy to be courageous.
Hmm. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I love Vivi, man. I couldn't. I
Probably the
couldn't.
best character out of that whole
Oh yeah, he
Final
steals that
Fantasy
game.
9. Hmm.
Yeah. In a game full of weirdos, he is the one thing that keeps shit normal.
The more I think about that game, the more I realize how fucking weird it was.
It really was. I can't stand people who talk about it like it's some amazing throwback classic. I'm like, no.
I
I'm like,
still enjoyed the heck out of it.
I was like,
That
this.
was
Yeah, it's not a bad game by any means. I've beaten it several times. It's just like this game is like the new Coke of Final Fantasies. Like it's it's got a lot of issues, and well now New Coke's probably a really bad comparison. But I don't know. I can't come up with a good comparison. My brain's fried right now.
I was waiting, man. I was hoping you'd come up with something, man.
Yeah, I was sorry. I was hoping I'd have something really cool to say there, and no,
Yeah.
not gonna happen. So let's just keep moving. VV cool, FF9 overrated.
Mm, mm, yes.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of people right now who hear that and they're just like ripping their dicks off because, saying something is overrated is like the greatest like insult you can ever say to someone when it's actually not. Generally, when something's overrated, it means it's good and just gets more credit than it deserves.
There it is.
So, yeah. So, anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, Vivi was awesome. I got one you may not see coming here. Anybody play Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yep.
Brucey.
I don't remember Brucey.
Brucey. Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Jesus. No, you guys can't forget Brucey. He was the
Nah.
dude who was obsessed with working out.
Yeah, it's not ringing any bells.
Oh my God, you guys, don't ever say you played Grand Theft Auto 4 again. You don't. You have to turn that card in. You can't forget Brucey.
I
He was
don't.
he was fucking nuts. Yeah.
I
He
didn't
was
play a lot of it. Definitely played
Oh
it.
well, that could be the problem. You might not have got up to Brucey. I don't know. He's
Ah.
pretty early in the game though. Yeah, Brucey
Yeah, no,
was
I
the
never got to
man.
Brucey.
Yeah, he was absolutely like crazy. He was the one who was using bull shark testosterone. Yeah, like it was just he was nuts, man. I loved him. In the satire that is Grand Theft Auto, he is like very fitting of like, a lot of machismo guys, like,
Yeah. Bull
And it was
shark
funny too
testosterone.
because like anytime like Nico like hit him, he'd be like in great pain. So he acted like a total hard ass, and he totally was not. It was just so well put together.
Oh, I thought you were going to use the cousin.
No,
Cousin! It's your cousin! Let's go
you
bowling!
know how many of them guys you can meet in Philadelphia? Tons.
Oh,
No,
I
none.
live in that neighborhood.
Yeah, that's just annoying. It's like, oh shit, I bought furniture off this guy. Like, No, like literally, I have bought furniture off that caricature of a guy. So,
Oh, man.
um, yeah, so no, definitely not that. Uh, who else have I got on here? I got this. Oh, okay. So you were doing Final Fantasy VII characters, and we've kind of touched on this a bit already, but I'll just bring it up again quickly. One, Mr. Sephiroth.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
It was tough trying to decide between Cloud and Sephiroth, but like Cloud's like a kind of mushhead mess, and Sephiroth's like a total badass. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'll put it this way: Cloud doesn't sell that game, Sephiroth does. You know. So like if you had a different hero instead of Cloud, the game could have still done well with Sephiroth as the villain,
Mm-hmm.
but not vice versa.
I I don't know. I feel like they were kind of paired together. Like they're two sides of the same coin.
Interesting.
Mm. How so?
And well, Sephiroth is also messed up in the head, but the route he takes is the opposite of what Cloud takes.
Okay.
I kind of see where you're going there.
Yeah. I trying to think of a better way to explain it. I mean, although Cloud, he's kind of mushy in the head and he doesn't always make the good decisions and stuff. It's like he still kind of tries to do good. Where Sephiroth was just like, screw it, I'm just doing whatever the heck I want to do and I'm just blowing shit up.
Blow it up, man.
Seems to be the best way to go.
No, I kind of hear what you're saying though. There is something to that argument. It's just like everything in the character design of Sephiroth is awesome. And it's kind of funny if you go back and look at 6 and you look at Setzer, and it's kind of like, yeah, some of that character design was borrowed from this guy. Which is funny because Setzer is one of the only interesting characters in 6. So, you know. But Sephiroth just, I don't know. I think it's that, because I hate Kefka from 6. Like, he's just a boring villain. And I think there's just something about Sephiroth with that, like the whole thing that he actually like has some like motive and development behind what he does, and he actually has like a plan. Like he's just all about like him and like screw all those other people. Like he's just willing to leave everybody else behind to achieve his goal. So, and murdering everyone as part of it just happens to be how he can do it. He's not just like, oh, I want to kill everyone because I want to kill everyone. It's just like, well, this is my plan, and like,
I don't give a fuck about any of you.
yeah, you all
And
just
I'm
have
gonna
to
carry
die
out
as
my
part of
goal.
it.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you. You know.
Oh, here's a funny thing.
What?
You guys know the band NSYNC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, not personally, but
when Sephiroth was in Kingdom Hearts, they had Lance Bass from NSYNC play his voice.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
I read that. I was like, what? Interesting.
That is really weird.
Yep. I don't
There are
know
a
why
lot
they
of
did it for.
people I thought you could mention in that spot. That is not one of them,
That's
though.
not one, right? Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Hmm.
Yep.
I wonder how that happened.
Disney.
Oh yeah, I guess that could be it, huh?
We want someone else to play the voice. Someone we all know.
Well, because these weren't voice acted games, I mean, they didn't exactly have somebody already, so.
True, very
Like, I
true.
think Kingdom
Well,
Hearts was before Advent Children,
that's what I was
so.
about to ask. Like, was
Yeah.
the movie?
Yeah, because I think Kingdom Hearts was 02, 03, and Advent Children was 05, so.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, and I mean, even if there was a Japanese voice actor for some other shit, like, they didn't have an American voice actor at that point.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It would be cool if his voice was just that chorus that like says Sephiroth in his song. So every time he talked, it was just a chorus. See, that would be epic shit right there.
We don't know what this guy wants to do, man. Speaking in the song.
I didn't say it was going to be Final Fantasy show tune. I just,
Can you picture that though? It's just like he speaks and the sounds are just a lot louder than what he's trying to say, so it's just his lips moving. Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about a character with the trench coat, the long white hair, the ridiculously oversized sword.
It's like twice his body size, I swear.
It's like, wow, man, you better hit with that because it's going to take a long time to like recoil that blade.
I think it's the white hair and then the dark eyes. I feel like
He's got the Mako eyes. He's got the dark jacket.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of has that looks down on people look.
And you know what else it was too? It was that wry smile when he burns down Nibelheim. Just like, yeah,
Oh,
fuck it, like whatever, you know.
I think that's kind of like my favorite style of villain. Like they're not really there to just be evil to people. They just have their own set goals, and they're just gonna do what they need to do
Yeah.
to get to where they want to be. And I'm like, you know what? Respect. Granted, you're kind of an asshole, but I got that respect for you. Carry out true goals.
You do you, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that was always what appealed to me about Sephiroth beyond his just like, cool assishness. Like, yeah, just the idea that he just had that, he had more to him than just like murder, kill, I appreciate that in my villains,
Mm-hmm. Give me some personality. Give them a reason to kill, not just to kill.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna take over the world. It's like, dude, really? Why? Why do you want to take over the world? Give us something, man.
Oh man. All right. I'll just ask again in case you guys got any brain blasts since the last time. If there's anybody else you want to bring up?
No.
I was thinking from what was it?
Chris is like, just be gone, man.
Go ahead, Matt.
So it isn't one of my favorite characters, but it is a memorable one.
Okay.
After you brought up Portal, I thought of him. It was the Space Sphere. Do you remember him?
Space Sphere?
Yeah, you only see him for a little bit at the end of the game. But I thought he was funny because he's just this... So when you're tearing the cores out of Gladys...
Yeah.
And you have to get rid of him or whatever, he's one of the spheres you pull off. And he is just completely obsessed with going to space. So like, if you sit there and listen to him, he sounds like a complete nut job, but I thought he was so funny.
He's just a total nutter.
So like, I looked up some of his quotes. And he goes, "Space, trial, putting the system on trial, in space, space system, on trial, guilty of being in space, going to space jail."
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I remember him being, I just loved him. I sat there and listened to him for a little bit while I was, blowing up in the room, but...
Oh, I love little like touches like that though. Eccentric characters generally make well for video games.
Mm-hmm.
There is a point at which it goes too far and then it's not good, but generally speaking, crazy is good. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot out there. I'm sure, like, I'm gonna get a bunch of tweets like, "Dude, how did you forget this guy or that guy?"
Oh, we forgot Bo Jackson.
Oh, jeez. That's actually really worth mentioning, man, because
Yeah.
he owns Tecmo Bowl. I mean, you know you're good when you're only allowed to have one play.
Yep.
Like, yo, you were too good, man. You like, can't be having this.
I'm not playing this game anymore because he keeps using Bo Jackson. Fuck this.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, you win. Next game.
Yep. You would have to have rules. Like, what was he on the Raiders?
Yes.
You can't play with the Raiders.
Yeah, no Raiders. Yeah, the only chance you have against Bo Jackson is if you're the Bears. That's about it. Yeah, that or maybe the Giants too.
Yeah,
Those are about your only. Yeah, that's really your only chances, and you know. Well, really, what you got to do is you just pick the Bo Jackson play, every play on defense, and then you just make him run any of the other three plays. That's pretty much the only way you can win that. You know.
Oh man.
Then you make him use Marcus Allen.
Ah. Marcus Allen's all right.
Yeah, I know. How bad is it when Marcus Allen is just okay?
Yeah.
Like, you know you're doing
He's
something
all
right if
right.
you marginalize Marcus Allen.
Oh man. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Okay. You guys want to get out of here then? Anything else you want to say before we wrap this one up for today?
Nope.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, Chris has got something to do, man.
Eat.
He was like trying to kill you for bringing up a last character. Now he's like, nope, I got nothing to say.
No, I was going with characters you felt sorry for.
Oh, no, that's a different episode.
I had one. That's why I was like, nah, I'll wait.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that. You know, I sensed some Luigi in that episode. You know, his issues with being the second player. And
he has the opportunity to step up and kill off Mario, but he doesn't. So I mean, really, do you feel sorry for him?
Yeah.
That's like, I sealed off all the pipes. I'm so sorry.
Or is he just manipulating Mario and the whole Mushroom Kingdom? Like, what if he's the Peter Baelish of the Mushroom Kingdom? Like, he's got the mustache to do it, you know? Like,
that's his whole plan.
Like, you know, what if he's just, like, slipping information to Bowser and Mario, and he's just, like, you know...
The taller,
like,
more...
You just gonna let him take Peach, Mario? Come on, man. Go get his ass. You know, every time Mario survives, he's like, damn, I gotta come up with a better plan for next time.
Yep.
You could see it, man. Like, Magic Koopa is like the Cersei, you know.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, I went there.
Oh, and Toad's Varys. Oh, it all makes sense.
Oh, dear God. Oh, man.
It all makes sense now. Oh, jeez. Man.
We got to expand on this idea. This is actually pretty good. But I think this requires, like, a couple more guests and a lot more alcohol.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. And we got something there. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Who the heck would be Tyrion? Can't.
Bowser Jr.?
Think so? No.
Nah. He's got to have some type of influence, but people still have to hate him.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you got to think about that one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So wait, is Mario Jon Snow?
Yeah, marching blindly into shit. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some Jon Snow there, you know. He's all about trying to, like, do the right thing, you know. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we could probably go with that, you know. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, that's enough of this shit. We're getting out of here, guys. This has been episode 24, talking about favorite game characters. You know all the contact information. The website, collectivegc.com. On Twitter, @thecollectivegc. And, of course, our stuff's always up there on YouTube and on the podcast services. Just do that little search, Collective Gamescast. Until next week, guys. Hope you had fun.